Hello. Wolff's Law states that bone in a healthy person or animal will adapt to the loads under which it is placed. If loading on a particular bone increases, the bone will remodel itself over time to become stronger to resist that sort of loading. In this case, we see the shin exhibit microfractures that fill with calcium to become denser and stronger over time. Conditioning, it's so very simple in concept but so very difficult in practice. It is the cornerstone as to why these Muay Thai practitioners possess the strongest pure stand-up discipline. They beat their bodies tough and use that toughness to smash more vulnerable portions of their opponents' bodies. It's interesting, you see a lot of traditional schools, they employ devastating and beautiful techniques looking for ways to outsmart their opponents, catching them by surprise, and as time progressed, we found the elite mixed martial artists of the world employ these same techniques with a lot of success. Why were they allowed to thrive? Well, when we see a lot of traditional artists stand before Muay Thai, we find them get methodically beaten with relatively simple techniques. Imagine being a child going to school for 7-8 hours a day, then coming home to a ton of homework. Joining a martial art that has a high likelihood of injury, eventually that child will not be able to function at school. He or she might miss days, his or her parents might complain. Overall, the simple yet effective truth is often unsustainable as a business model. That again does not mean the skills and techniques learned are impractical, it's just the suffering needed to refine the foundation for the highest levels is, in and of itself, a very, very high demand, especially considering a world where people already have so much on their plate. Finding a day when you're concussed or too bruised to walk, that one day alone might be too much in the fast-paced world of civilized society. I do not blame these schools. They have adapted in a way that helps them better prepare their students for an altercation whilst offering them a place to vent their frustrations. Against a normal thug who has no idea one unsuspecting back kick or proper punch to the face could defuse the problem. Even better than that, the confidence they attain through these programs and the calm approach they'll have towards the issue at hand might alone diffuse it. When we observe the best though, the techniques alone are never enough. The truth is much simpler, but much more difficult for that same reason. They built the foundation through pure, unadulterated suffering. They can implement their beautiful skills, their unique style, because they have built the foundation to do so. That's often what sets these greats apart. Saenchai, standing at 5'5", he is a small Thai man who, if you witnessed with no prior knowledge, you never guess he was such a dangerous monster. His opponents are usually bigger than him. Saenchai often fighting 15 pounds above his optimal weight class. Here we are. The massive controversies we consistently see sprouting from those who miss weight just a few pounds, and it's all justified because in a game of inches, it all makes a difference. But here, Saenchai is making these much larger men look like fools, not just beating them, but embarrassing them because the difference in skill is just that great. What is it that sets Saenchai apart? When we observe him, he's so relaxed, so fluid, sporting an arsenal not too commonly seen amongst other Muay Thai practitioners. He's flashy, fluid, flamboyant, and very tricky, using a heightened feel for the moment to meticulously pick his opponents apart, both physically and mentally. That said, how is he able to get away with this fluid and flamboyant style in such a harsh arena? It's his rigorously refined mind and body. Starting from the age of 8, Saenchai began his Muay Thai journey, and from there, he built the foundation from which he may implement his skills. Even the most beautiful architecture must be grounded in the truth of Mother Nature's physics, or it will easily collapse. This is what we see from Saenchai. His journey was a painful one from the ground up, and even to this day, at age 37, he still looks like he's learning, growing in his style. The truth, it's always been so simple. It's the same premise as painting, any art form really. You pick up a brush and practice strokes, practice techniques until you get better and better. As you get better, you become more confident with your brush and you start to get a feel for what you like, what works better for you. From there, you start to bridge off and develop your own unique style. It's the same premises, instruments, and of course, that is what we see in martial arts. That's the journey of any good artist, I believe. It's not someone who can perfectly imitate a style, but take its style and most effective philosophy, drill it into their being as a foundation, then expand upon it with their own unique aptitudes. That's what I believe makes Saenchai a monster. When I observe him, I see an artist who built a strong foundation, then had the courage to feel what worked best for him, which in turn created a very unique Muay Thai style altogether. To that end, it's not always about the size of the fighter, but more so the size of his fight within. To endure the suffering of learning one's science, drilling it into their beings so that they may have the foundation to uniquely express it as art. That is what I encourage from all of you, regardless of your discipline, regardless of your path in life, because I believe sharing that unique soul is why we are all here. After all, what else feels more euphoric, more meaningful than honest expression? Figure out the game, then figure out how you alone are supposed to play it. For I believe that is the common denominator we observe amongst the greats. If you'd like more from me, please subscribe. That's definitely great for the channel. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. It's good karma. And until next time, peace.